Let's wait for the folks to trickle in. How the legs?
My legs?
Yeah.
They're on fire. As is my torso.
Like wet noodles.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I'm just weak and soft and cushiony. The 30 leg lifts was... I didn't get to 30, if I'm honest. I got to 20.
Fudged a little.
No, 22. 2 sets of 11. And then I did the squats and I did the push-ups and I did the... squats, push-ups. Oh, that's it. The 30 things. It's brutal.
30, 30, 30, man.
30, 30, 30, and then I add weights. I'm almost to the point where I can add weights to the squats. We'll see how that goes.
Oh man, that's your squats are definitely something I can't do these days. I would tear my knees apart.
But it's how I keep my butt like
firm.
Yeah, you gotta keep.
I gotta need to do that because I sit too much on it. So I should add more cushion to it for sure.
All my hobbies involve me sitting on my butt. Like I don't run or marathon or anything like that. I just play video games and board games and work. Right.
Yep. You know, we're not doing a normal show today, but so much weird news happened, right? Like
yeah. So I guess we should mention what, like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Right, Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
Big supporter of Russia. Also wants to buy Twitter. So one more thing we need to stop using. Right.
Ukraine should just calm down. They should just think about what they're doing. And you know, if they don't like how Russia runs them in the next few months or whatever, they can just annex
they can
out.
Vote them out, right?
That's not right. Wasn't that kind of like his whole idea? Like so ridiculous.
Crap. And then what else we got?
I mean, there's a bunch of little news. Overwatch was killed, right? So Overwatch 1 is dead. Like, long live Overwatch. The servers have been shut down completely. And Overwatch 2 launched today. So they killed Part 1. You can no longer play Part 1. Part 2 is now free to play / whatever.
Holy cow!
Yeah, it's a weird model. It's
I just flip a switch and
yeah. They flipped the switch yesterday. Day before yesterday was the first day that they just kind of like they shut it down, and then the servers were off for 24 hours, and then today they launched 2, and then of course they got DDoS. So
of course.
Hey,
what's up, Dan? Thanks for jumping on.
What's going on, Dan? What else? We get Nintendo dropped the teaser poster for Super Mario movie. Looks fantastic. I mean the artwork and all that, and we're getting a whole direct / teaser this Thursday at 1:00 in the afternoon. So
Mario movie. Dan mentioned it. We got to hear the voices though. That's really what matters.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's what everyone's waiting on. I mean,
everyone just needs to hear the voices.
We got Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong, and Jack Black Bowser, and Chris Pratt Mario, and
oh my gosh, like there's no one else in Hollywood that needs work. It's just give these same folks those same jobs over and over again.
I mean, I love me some Jack Black, so like.
No. Jack Black's great. He's gonna be
great. Chris Pratt, I don't know.
You gotta be like, was Alan Tudyk not available, right? Somebody voice.
Yeah, but at least he's a voice actor, right? Like he's got like a ton of voices.
Yeah, I think he's an actor who does voice acting, but maybe he's just
he's a little bit of both. He's actually
a little bit of both.
He's been doing voice acting while he was doing his acting, but his voice acting is so specific. Like he does like animal voices and stuff that you don't even know it's him, right? He's like Frank Welker.
It's always him. He's like a Trivia Pursuit question. You're like, famous voice actor in such and such role, and you're like, Alan Tudyk.
No, okay.
You're gonna be right like 75%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like it's Benedict Cumberbatch, right? He's like, I'm Benedict Cumberbatch. You know my voice. I only play this voice.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Moana. Yeah, he was the chicken.
Right. He did the chicken. Like he did. Like that's totally a Frank Welker. If you're familiar with Frank Welker's work, you know he's like the guy. You know, he does Megatron and all that, but he also does all sorts of like sound effect voices. He's just like a chair creaking, a door closing. That's Frank Welker. You're like, what? Such a weird thing. Like
he's found a niche. He found a niche.
Yeah.
All right,
let's roll these credits and then we can play some games.
Yeah.
Let's roll them. Let's roll them. Where am I? What is this? My first time? What's going on? Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome to Mid-Geek Christ, episode 192. Today's a special one, right? Like we're Twitter. We don't need to give Elon Musk any more press, right? We don't need to talk about him anymore.
Instead, we're going to give our friends and creator friends press, what little press we can, right? So I guess we should welcome Galen on here.
Yep. Let me bring him on. There we go. Look at that.
There we go. Welcome, Galen.
Hey guys, am I here?
Yeah, you should be here and you're online.
All
So
right.
as we mentioned last week, we were going to play Super Snipers, and the designer of the game has graciously joined us to both show us the game, walk us through the game, and maybe talk about a little bit of his design process, if he's willing, about how he got here to this point. And then, of course, he's got a Kickstarter coming up, so we're going to talk about that for a minute or two as we play this in Tabletop Simulator. So, Galen, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? I don't think anyone here knows you yet.
Sure. So my name is Galen McCown. I'm here in Syracuse, New York. I actually know Joe and Pedro through two connections. One would be games. We were all part of a game group that got together pretty regularly, and a D&D campaign that Pedro ran for a while. Our other claim to fame is we are all the arm candy of our academic wives. From the Syracuse graduate school. No, we all are, right? Yeah, we are. We are all married to women far smarter than we are.
Yeah, totally.
They've got the paperwork to prove it.
They've got the paperwork to prove it. We just talk out our butts, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And so that connects us all. But yeah, so by day I'm a psychotherapist, and that's what I do for a living. But I have really gotten the game design bug over the last about 3 years, and got really heavy into it in the pandemic. We're going to be playing on Tabletop Simulator tonight, but and actually, weirdly, the isolation of the pandemic convinced me, and the birth of my daughter in January 2020, and I had a lot of kind of home time on my hands, and I dove deep into kind of, the podcasts and, reading the blogs on game design. And I discovered this whole world of Tabletop Simulator and all these other designers. And you could, put your designs up there and get them tested by people around the world, large Discord communities. And it really kind of, it really opened things up for me, and I learned a lot from it. I probably have about 14 different designs in different stages right now. I've gotten one published, which was a solo game called First Hunt, which was a kind of an expansion addition to this game called Token Terrace, which is really awesome. I highly recommend checking it out. But basically, if you buy the Elf faction, it comes with a solo game that I made. I've got another, I'm working right now on a development contract with a publisher, with a co-designer of mine. And another game coming to Kickstarter in December that's again, kind of like not a solo variant, a variant of another game called Bah Humbug. They'll be coming out this Christmas. But the one we're going to be talking about today is Super Snipers. I've been working on this game for about 2.5 years. In 2021, it was a Cardboard Edison finalist, which was like a really big deal. It's a pretty big contest for game design. Kind of catapulted me in front of some eyeballs at that point, and I kind of started taking myself seriously. And we'll be looking at the game tonight, but it's a 1 to 2 player dueling snipers game that uses really a Tetris mechanic as the central mechanic to kind of simulate the act of locating and focusing in and taking the shot on your rival with some really strong catch-up mechanisms. We'll obviously be playing that tonight. And I'm bringing it to Kickstarter October 18th, so 2 weeks from today.
Well, it's pretty awesome. Awesome. I because I live near Galen and we play games together, I've tested a bunch of his game concepts, and one of my favorite things to do is to tell him how much I hate the concept. Because I'm going to be honest, because Galen really takes it to heart. He really thinks about it, hears my comments, and also he knows my style of preference. So sometimes Galen has been like, well, but I like it. Right, which is kind of a neat way to put it. This is the kind of game I like to play, which I think is an important design line you have to draw, right? Where you're like, right, you're an Ameritrash player, Pedro. I get it. I'm more developing this kind of game, right? This is the kind of feeling I'm trying to evoke in the game. I'm like, oh, all right, well, let me think about that. So it's neat. It's neat having it's neat having some playtest experiences here. I used to do it in the city, so it's a lot of fun to do it up here as well.
It's also nice to pull Pedro out of his comfort zone occasionally.
It really is. You gotta.
One of my favorite moments with him is always pulling him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, so. No, I'm on this show. That's enough to pull me out of my
exactly.
comfort zone.
Once a week, baby. Yeah.
So with that all said, we've been using this game for a while. Let's throw up the game to enjoy. Producer,
let's throw up the game. Where we at?
So I'm going to be bouncing back because I'm limited in my technical capabilities here. I've only got one screen to work with. If folks want to ask any questions or chat, feel free to throw it up in the chat.
So I'm a noob. I've never seen it, never played it.
Oh, that's right.
So you're gonna walk me through this.
You got it.
Demo me as I just walked up. If anyone's familiar with going to any of the conventions tabletop creators, a lot of the times tabletop creators, they've got their table, their booth set up, they've got a couple copies of the games out, and they run demos, right? So you go and sit down at the table, you're like, show me this game, sell me on it. How does it work? How does it play? And this is kind of the experience we're going to go with tonight. It's going to be Pedro versus I, just sitting down to play game, and we're gonna have Galen right over our shoulder, kind of explaining the game.
Sure. And so for both you guys and everybody watching, I'm just gonna take you through the whole teach. Usually takes about 10 minutes, not a huge deal, and also just kind of highlight the tabletop simulator mod a little bit. So folks, if you wanted to try this out afterwards, it is public. It's available. It's really fun to play, and here we go. Yeah. So to start out, I'm just one of you just needs to click that start button on the right side of the screen, and then each one. Oh, all right, character select, go. All right, and
sorry,
no, it's fine. And Joe, you just need to pick a character on the right side, and you just select the.
So you want to tell me a little bit about these characters in general,
Sure. So I would say for the first time playing, I'm probably going to recommend Jane 8, but I'll take you through them a little bit really quickly. So every character in the game breaks some fundamental rule of the game, which is easiest to understand after you know the rules. But essentially, talk them through really quickly. Jane's big thing. So as part of this game, when you're taking the enemy out, there's a special shaped polyomino called the bullet. I'll just kind of bring it up on the screen here. And you have to normally be able to fit that over your opponent. So as you're making your puzzle, you have to leave enough room. She just simply doesn't have to worry about that. That's her power. Gunhead is probably... favorite character of the game. My artist Was Young created this guy, and based off of the old MDK01 video game. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but anyways, yeah. So his deal is in the game there are these bonuses down at the bottom of your scope board that you activate, and they allow you to kind of manipulate the pieces you've already played or exchange for a piece you need. And so normally you have to cover those. You have to earn them. And then you can use them once. He can just simply activate them at any time, which means you can use them more than once. So he's the only character that can do that. And then Kuaket's claim to fame, her ability is called Mind Control. And her thing is that this game, as you're placing the polyominoes, which when I'm saying polyominoes, I'm talking about Tetris pieces. And in this game, we call them focus, because they represent the act of focusing. So normally you have to start at the edge of the board, and then you have to link matching colors orthogonally. She allows you to start a chain right in the middle of the board. So you can start a piece out in the middle next to an innocent, which that'll make more sense what that is later. So that's kind of her basic advantage. All the characters do have backstories. It's kind of very Street Fighter-esque, kind of intertwining backstories, reasons why they might be fighting or reasons why they might not be happy about the fact they're fighting, but they have to be kind of stuff. But
yeah. Sounds good. So I'm going to pick Jane.
All right. Sounds good. All right. And then we click, one of you click. Yep. Never mind. I got it. There we go. Just a little delay there. And so I click the ready button on the left side of the screen, and it automatically sets up. Okay. So this is Super Snipers. You guys are genetically and cybernetically enhanced super soldiers from the last Great War. The year is 2484. 80% of Earth's surface is rendered uninhabitable by nuclear war and climate change and all that good stuff. It's a very cheery game. And essentially, you guys now work as mercenaries for various nomadic factions. Because if you have a super sniper, you can kind of claim your own land. But in this case, you guys are going after the same place. So you've been tasked with taking one another out. So that's, enough of the backstory. The way you win the game is you kill your opponent or you hit them 3 times. You guys are super snipers. It takes more than 1 bullet to kill you. And the first person to do that will win the game. Each round is going to end in a kill. The mode I'm going to demo tonight is called dual mode. And so we'll be taking simultaneous turns, which means there could be a double kill. So that may happen, but we'll go through that if it does. And so each round takes place over 3 phases. And conveniently, I'm going to show everything kind of from Joe's side over here as I do the demo.
All right.
Yep. Conveniently, I'm sorry. Yeah. So 3 phases. The first hide phase is going to take place in the middle here, and I'll explain that in a bit. The locate phase will take place on the locate grids, and then you'll come back to your scope board for the target phase. So it just kind of, as you advance, it just advances towards you. So that should be pretty easy to remember. All right. So the hide phase, it's pretty simple. Pedro, I don't know if you can see the main screen or probably just pay attention to yours so you're not cheating. But we see, I'll just pull these out for now. So you see everybody has these 3 cards in their hands, and 2 of them are going to say, 2 of them are going to say miss, and 1 is going to have your avatar on it, right? And that's where you are. And so the first thing you're going to do is you're actually going to put these in front of your opponent's locate grids. And I'm just doing it as an example now. You're going to flip them over. The other opponent won't know where they are. And the one that has you on it is where you're going to be hiding. And the other 2 will be misses. I'm just going to bring them back over to Joe's side for the example, although his cards would go over there. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. And you'll see that the grids each have a number on them. And the higher the number, the more challenging the shot. So if Pedro hides on number 3, Joe's going to have the hardest time killing him. 1, he's going to have not such a hard time. But you don't always hide at the most difficult location, and it'll make sense why in a little bit later. Okay. All right. So that's it for the hide phase. Place your cards in front of your opponent's target grids, locate grids, decide where you want to hide. From here on out, you're going to be using what's called your line of sight, which is these 3 polyominoes, the focus that are to the right of your board. And it works like a conveyor belt, right? You're always going to place the one that's leftmost, and then everything's going to shift down and pull a new focus from the bag. This is all automated in Tabletop Simulator. So just really quick, if you place a piece, you're going to flip your ready disc, and you're going to flip it back, and it'll automatically refill. Okay?
Oh, wow. Okay.
To worry about that. These discs also help coordinate the turns. So I would, if I were playing Pedro, I'd say, you ready? Pedro would say, yes, I'm ready. We would both flip to go. We would place our piece. We'd flip back to ready. Our line would refill, and we'd double check, hey, are you ready? Yes, go. And then we would continue like that. So turns are taken at the same time. You wait for your opponent to finish before taking your next turn. Okay. So your goal, now that you're in the locate phase, your goal here is to isolate these central crosshairs in order to search a location. So when I say that, let me see if I can come up with an example here. You can flip and rotate any way you want. All right, so like that. It doesn't have to be perfectly tight like it is here. There could be spaces, but just as long as the center is cut off from the border, you get to flip the card in front and determine if you found them or not, a miss or a hit. I alluded to this earlier, but part of placement, every time you place on a grid, and you can place on any one of the grids, you don't have to keep going on one till you finish. You can start on another one. Every piece, the first color of each, the first color focus on that grid has to start on an edge. And then if you were to place another one there that's of a matching color, you would have to chain it. And chain it just means it has to connect orthogonally, right? I can't go over here and do this, for instance. Because there's gold here, it has to start. But if I had a different color, I could be able to place it just like that and finish searching, right?
So on that particular grid right there, it's done because you've already closed it off.
Yep, and diagonal adjacency is fine for isolating. Yep, this would have cut it off. So, and that's all you're doing during this one. The only other thing to add is you'll see these little symbols on here, and these are called surveillance tiles. And so they're each in 2 colors, and if you cover them with either of the matching colors, so in this case it could be gold or gray, right? So let's say I cover it with gold. You earn what's called surveillance. So as soon as you do that, you say, I earn surveillance, and you come over to your bag, you pull a piece out, and you place it to the left of your board, okay? And what this does is when you do find them, you're going to be able to place all the pieces you have in surveillance as part of the same turn. So it's a bit of a catch-up mechanism. If Pedro finds Joe right away and Joe, takes a while to find him, as long as he has surveillance, once he finds him, he'll be able to catch up a little bit.
And you get that surveillance by covering up these eyeballs, and they're all the same as long as you do the same color.
Yes. Okay. As long as one of the two colors that they show, right? So some are gold and purple, some are gold and gray, some are gray and purple. Yep. So the last thing before we move on from the locate phase are these recalibrate tokens. You can use these in any phase of the game, and that's why I have them up on the top of the board. But basically, two things. If you make a mistake, you can flip one of these, and you can simply discard down in your discard area one of the pieces that you played previously, or you can flip one of these to discard the front of your line of sight and refresh it so you can get to the next piece if that's the piece you really want.
Okay. Got it.
And the recalibrate, you only get 2?
You only get 2. If you use them both, you can skip a turn to reset them.
Okay.
If you need to. And everything resets in between rounds, so you don't have to worry about the next round. Any other questions so far?
So just one.
Sure.
Actually, for this round, I have no questions.
Okay. All right. Let's continue with the example. Let's say that Joe successfully found Pedro on location 2, right? He isolated it. What happens is he goes over here to his pile of maps and he pulls out the number 2 one. You can see it's the same art. Oops, a little lag there. The same number on the left-hand corner there. There we go. And he's going to put his scope board in. He's going to take these innocent meeples and put them on all the innocent spots. And he's going to take Pedro's target disc here with his character and put it in that little central area. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Then the next thing he gets to do is he gets to place any surveillance that he had. And so same rules. First piece of each color has to start on an edge. And then, when you have colors that match, they have to chain to it. Okay. So during this phase, once you get here, and you can be in different phases. Pedro could still be looking for Joe while Joe's in this phase. But you still take turns one at a time. Okay. So in this phase, your goals are 2 things. One, you're trying to isolate all the innocents. And what that means is, I'll come up with an example here. There we go.
That's and you can do that because you're starting off another side, right?
Yeah. So right, the purple is starting off a chain, the gold is chain. Now I brought a gray down, it would have to connect here. Yeah. Okay, so flip. Actually, that gray is a terrible space, but whatever. I can use it for other things. All right. So this innocent is now isolated. It is cut off from the borders, and it's cut off from the primary target. That's what makes an innocent isolated. So this one is all set. Now I just need to isolate this one. So you need to isolate all the innocents.
You have to isolate them, right? That's part of that.
Yeah, you have to do it. Yep. Before you can take your shot. That's an important part of it.
You could have put that further down to isolate, right?
Let's see. Yeah, I could have done that. But then I don't have space to do what I need to here.
Oh, you still got. I now notice that.
Yeah, so you probably want an S piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see. I'm having a hard time. So I will cheat.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna cheat. Okay, but anyways, all right. So those innocents are isolated, right? The other thing you're trying to do, it doesn't matter the order, but both things have to be true. You're trying to also isolate the primary target within this kill box, so this red rectangle. So as you can see right now, he is entirely within that red rectangle, and both innocents are blocked off. Just like above, there can be more spaces. It just has to form a border around them between the border and between Sirius. And then the last thing is, if you've left enough room for your bullet, you can cover them and make the kill.
There you go.
So as soon as you have isolated both innocents and... That's weird. Oh, I see, because I got it flipped. There we go.
There you go.
Come on. All right. So as soon as you've achieved this, like on the turn that I finish doing this, I would immediately be able to place my bullet and call for the kill. Like I said, you can both get the kill at the same turn. Okay. So that's how that works. Any questions for that part? We're almost there. Okay, cool. Next thing, you'll notice on the grid that there are these, tiles with the different symbols and the colors on them. These are bonuses that you can earn as you're playing. And just like above, if you cover them with a matching color, so in this case, gray on gray, you're going to flip the matching symbol beneath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so these bonuses can each be earned once by covering them. If they get uncovered later, you can't re-earn them. Okay, I'll take you through these. And by the way, everything I'm saying is going to be on this reference card too, so you can remind yourself if you forgot anything, or you can.
If you don't want to throw up the little alt so they can get a zoom in on that, so folks can see.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. You've got these cards memorized, Galen. But
oops, hold on. Not now. There we go. Yeah. So
there you go. So you got all the phases that he just walked us through, and all the powers are there as well. If you want to walk us through.
Yeah, and I'll talk you through the powers in a minute. And on the back, a reminder about the rules for placing focus and the isolating rules. So yeah, those are all on the reference cards. Okay. So the bonuses, one at a time. The exchange, if you played any modern Tetris, this will be really familiar. As soon as you cover this, you're going to take another piece from your bag, put it down below. And from now on, I know I got a huge mess up here. Say I was pulling this piece and I didn't want to place it. I could put it in exchange and take this one out and place this one instead. Pretty simple. Yep. The exchange stays active the whole time. The other two are one-time uses. The concentrate. So normally the rule would be, say this was my next piece, I would have to chain it to the gold that's already out there, right? Somehow. Now, if I didn't want to do that, I could use the concentrate, flip it over, and I could start a brand new chain with one color. It doesn't have to be gold. It could be any color. And so I could start another chain over here. And now when future pieces come out, I can connect them either way. Mm-hmm. Okay. The last one is move. And this one allows you to pick up a piece that you've previously placed and, replace it basically. You can do that, or you can use move to steal a piece from your opponent's line of sight and put it at the front of yours.
Oh, wow.
So if you see something that they really need, or you see something you really need, or ideally both, it's a great move to make. Just quickly, go ahead.
One question. If you move a piece that unisolates a victim, means you have to isolate them again?
Yeah, you have to isolate them again. Yep. Because everything has to be isolated before you can place that bullet. So yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Good question. Just so you
know,
the
bullet space has to be that space, right? Like, it has to be the exact. You have to carve out an L.
Right? It doesn't have to be exact, but there has to be enough room for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
It could be bigger than it, but it can't be smaller, except for your power. You don't have to worry about that, which is a really nice thing to not have to worry about. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the best way to kind of jump into this is jump in. Right?
Yeah.
And I'll explain what happens after somebody gets killed. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
I guess you want to reset my board real quick?
Yep, I got you.
And then my power is I may isolate one innocent by covering them with time focus.
Yep.
So that's the gold pieces, right? I just cover them up.
Specifically the gold pieces. Yep. So
and what does it mean by once per target phase?
Yep.
Oh, so if I have two innocents on my board, I can only do this once. Okay, I got it.
Yep. Exactly. You got it. Mm-hmm. I guess the quick thing I will add before you guys go, and it'll make more sense later. The reason why you don't always hide at the most difficult spot is because if you're successful, that location will be compromised and it'll be removed for the rest of the game. So for example, Joe, you win, but you were hiding at 3. 3 is gone for the rest of the game. Now you can only hide at 1 and 2. So that's the reason why you ultimately have to be able to make a kill on each map to be able to do it.
Gotcha.
All right, so everybody go ahead and pull your cards back in your hand. If you just hit 1 while you're hovering over it, Joe, it'll fly right into your hand. Yep, there you go. And then
and the cards go above my board, right?
No, they go above Pedro. Yours go in front of Joe's, and yours goes in, yep, because you're going to be searching in your boards. Yep, you got it. There you go.
Gotcha.
Okay, and
when I pull the card out and I drop it, it's automatically.
Oh, see, we can see right now.
Okay.
So bring it back in and just flip it before it leaves your hand.
There we go. I got you. I can probably just flip it.
All right, we're playing Super Snipers. Oh yeah.
Okay, let's take a look here real quick.
Oops. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around. All right. Joe is picking his hiding spots.
A lot riding on this game. Whoever wins gets to own the show forever.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Right. So the way I usually run it is one of you just checks, hey, you ready? You confirm, and both of you just flip your ready disc to go. And then you flip it back to ready when you're done playing your piece.
All right, so that's
F to flip.
Mm-hmm.
We got Dave Beck saying Super Sniper, go, go.
And then so we place the piece, hit ready, and we wait for the other player, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So I've placed my pieces. What's next here?
Oh, so here, we'll flip you to go and go ahead and place, that piece on any one of these maps. If you cover surveillance, you'll get surveillance.
All right. So what's interesting is this is kind of I play on my own terms. I'm not waiting for Pedro to do anything, right?
You have to both be finished before you take your next turn.
Yeah.
But yes, other than that, it's simultaneous turns, yeah. But you just have to, So Pedro is all set. So after you place your piece and you say you're ready, you guys will both be ready for the next turn.
So I have to manually grab the thing, right? Because I got the.
You manually grab it from the bag.
So I dropped there. So I covered up the focus, right? Is that?
It's see how the color.
Oh
down
yeah,
here?
right. The color.
Yep, you got to match it. Yep. So
that. So wrap it there.
Yep.
And then I want to take a focus.
You'll grab one right from your bag. And place it right over there. You got it. And then you'll flip your disc back to ready. F to flip. And it'll refill your line. And then you guys both say ready, go. And you just flip back to go.
Ready, go. Yeah.
Did you get surveillance, Pedro?
Did I? Yes, I did.
Don't forget.
What's the turn key?
Q or E will rotate it, and F will flip it if you need to reorient it.
That's the part that's most, when I remember playtesting with you online, the big difference when you're holding the piece, right? It's easy to remember to flip it and things like that. So.
It does. I'll zoom in here a little bit. It does like cast a shadow where it'll go on the board.
Yeah.
Useful.
All right, drop my piece.
Okay, so flip back to ready. F for flip. Yep, you got it.
And then flip, right?
You got it.
And then we do that, and that flips this one, right?
Yeah, so Pedro has completely isolated one, so he gets to look, and he has found Joe.
All right. So
what is that, on one?
Yep.
So I'm going to drop this piece here.
Gain a surveillance.
Focus.
Okay.
Take a surveillance mean. Okay.
Yeah. And now you basically are, you got to wait for Pedro because he found you. So as part of that same turn, he's going to put down the map and place any surveillance he has, and then you guys will go back to turns.
All right. You're in trouble.
Go ahead and zoom in on Pedro's.
Sure.
And that gives me that one, and I definitely want. Oh wow! So basically,
Go ahead and put the cool stuff on here.
Oh wait, that's not in the right place. There you go.
So Dan Camp is saying, so to isolate something, it's just up, down, left, right, or is it diagonal as well?
You don't have to isolate diagonally. Yeah, no, just up, down, left, right is fine.
So yeah, so I guess I'm trying to figure out how I would show that. I'll figure it out. I guess if there's a point.
Yeah, I mean,
one more up.
right,
yeah, one more up. If you push
that would be. I mean, not legal because it's off the board, but that would be isolated stuff.
That would be isolated, right? So this
and
would
so
also.
Would let's see. Yeah, crap. Terrible example, but yes.
Not isolated. Not
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Off the board. That's cheating.
There we go. That would
That would
also
also
be
be
isolated. So
Yep.
yeah. Okay, so Pedro's placed his surveillance.
I believe I have it. I was just about to flip that. Yep.
And he has earned his move bonus, as you can see. So he has that available to him if he needs to.
And the exchange token.
So yes, when you earn the exchange, you immediately draw a piece from your bag and put it down.
you draw from the bag. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
And so now that is available to you. Obviously, you wouldn't exchange a line for a line, but it's there should you need it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if you guys are both ready, go ahead with the next turn.
All right. So that's the flip. And now, oof.
Oh, Joe, you gotta pull the leftmost one.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You
That's
can
right.
recalibrate to discard that one if you really wanted to.
No, I don't.
You're looking out that Pedro is not pulling gold yet. So
All right. So I covered up, right? Is that surveillance? Right.
you got it.
So then,
So yeah, you can see when you do find them, now you're placing 3 pieces when you get there. So it'll be, you can find them soon. Tight. All right. Go ahead and flip to ready if you're ready.
Yeah, let's rotate.
yep, I know. Boom.
Now we both flip, right?
Yep.
And go.
Yeah, I got him. Go for it. All right, nice. All right, let's see if so you got surveillance, and then you get to reveal the card in front and see if he is there. No good.
Ah,
Miss.
check you out.
There you go. All right, here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we flipping?
Well, okay, there we go. Now you're ready, Joe? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Hmm.
You can flip it too, Joe, if you want to.
I'm just trying to get used to the.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 4D right here.
So, like, you could this has a timer variant, right? So you'd also have timers where you flip the timers back and forth.
Yeah, so I can explain that really quick. So, what you're watching right now is dual mode. The difference with the quick draw mode is that instead of every turn, you flip a 10-second timer. And when you've placed your piece and the timer's up, you can start your next turn. So you're not waiting for your opponent to finish. So you can take your time thinking, but the opponent can get ahead if you do.
So this piece right here that I just dropped, I can't do that, right?
No, because it's a
Right, because it's not touching.
Yeah,
I just wanted to be
start
sure.
on an edge. Yeah,
So it would have to be touching an edge like that. Like that would be okay, right?
that would be fine. Yep.
It has to
You
be a
won't get
different
your-
edge from the purple touching edge. Yeah, it has to be a new edge.
All right. And then
All right. I too will flip. And then wait, should we be on go or ready? I don't.
So you kind of both confirm ready, and then you flip to go, and basically when you're done, you flip back.
Yeah,
to
ready. That's right.
yeah.
So, let's see.
Oh, Joe, you're in trouble. You better find them quick.
I know.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surveillance. If he is on one, you have a chance. Oh, this is going
He's
to be
gonna catch up quick.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
do.
there you go.
Just about there.
Nope. There we go.
Innocent isolated. All right.
Yeah. I got you now, Jane. We're
Gotta
gonna have
find
to
that.
activate Jane.
All right, let's see if Joe finds them and see what happens. All right.
Oh, that's a good
Let's see if
isolation.
he's here.
Isolated.
Yep.
And
No.
Brutal.
Oh. All right.
All right, so now we flip.
Yeah, gotta get it.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. There we go. I think Pedro's got this one.
All right, take this shot, right?
All right. So this is the most fun part about the TTS thing. Everybody keep your eyes on the gun over here. And Pedro, on the left side of your screen, you see that crosshairs. Go ahead and click that.
I don't see a crosshairs.
On the left side of your screen, there's a red crosshairs under next round.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
There we
go. Nice.
There we go.
That's the kind of polish we want in our games,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Oh, and it totally resets everything too. That's pretty awesome.
Disclaimer that not included in the Kickstarter version.
Right. Well, that's that. Done. Shut it down, Galen. Shut it down.
All right. So really quick, before we jump into the next round, a couple things have happened. As we see, Pedro now has lost that location, so Joe only has 2 to search on in the next round. Additionally, Pedro didn't seem to work for whatever reason, but you should have, because it's locked. Why is that locked? There we go. You have tactical advantage now, so the winner gets tactical advantage, and that means once in the next round, you can flip this over and rearrange your line of sight any way you want.
Oh, these 3. Okay.
Yep. All right. Now Joe, since he got shot, he gets adrenaline, and that means 2 things. One, he gets this little piece right here, which on any one of your turns, Joe, instead of placing your next piece, you can place this instead, and it can go anywhere on the map. So it's really useful that way. And you've unlocked your adrenaline power. So in addition to your normal power, which I know you didn't get to the target phase last time, but you will this time, you will also have this adrenaline power. And this means when you're in the target phase,
multiple perspectives. So.
Yeah. I'll zoom in here a little bit. Anything, all the focus on your locate grids, that you place in that first phase, you can basically exchange them with a piece you're about to place. So you have a lot of options with what to place during the target.
All right, you're gonna have to explain that one to me when I'm.
Well, I'll cue you in on that one. But for now, we're back to hiding. Yep.
All right.
All right. So now I only have 2 locations to hide, and he still has 3.
Yep.
Oh wow! All right. Come on, Joe. The show's riding on it. That was a miss. I saw it. I'm looking away though.
You didn't see nothing. You saw nothing, sir.
Oh, Dave Beck, thanks for jumping on. He's telling us to fire, ready, aim. Thanks for jumping on, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
All right, so I've placed my cards.
Yep.
Is that the distiller guy? That's the distiller?
Yeah. You played with Dave and Jordan. Yep.
Thanks for jumping on, Dave. Been a bit.
All right, here. So I'm going to go.
Oh, let me just sit here and forget how to play the game immediately.
Focus. All right. Focus.
Oh, I forgot to grab one of those jammers. So we are ready.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it, Joe. Flip and flip. There you go.
All right.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah. What am I doing?
All right. So isolated.
Yep. Let's see if he's hiding there. Oh, you got to flip it now. Yep. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
There he is.
Oh, yeah. 50 chance. A little bit of jammer here.
All right. So next step here.
Yes. Oof. All right. I'll wait. Now I'll say I'm ready, but you are not.
Yep. So Joe, you're gonna pull out map number 3 here.
There you go.
Stick it right in there. Lock it down. I'll put the stuff on, but all those pieces you have in surveillance, you get to play those right away. And you can play them in any order.
And again, they don't have to touch the edge, or do they?
They do. They have to each. So with the first purple has to start on the edge, but after that, the next one chains to it, etc.
Gotcha.
Oh, and actually, this is a good time to clarify your power. Basically, any piece you're about to place, you can instead exchange with a piece up here. You don't have to like make it fit on the grid or anything, but all these are available to you instead. You just like say if you really didn't want that T and you really want that S, you could do that. Okay, and that's because you have adrenaline.
Gotcha. Okay, so
I'll zoom in here and watch Joe's decisions. Of course, you're Jane, so you don't have to worry about leaving room for that bullet. So as tight as you can. And that earned the concentrate bonus. Yep.
Okay. So, and then what do I do? Flip that one?
Yep. Flip it over, and later on, if you want to use it, you can. Let's find people over here.
I feel like these bonuses have been the same almost the entire time you've been playtesting it. Just getting them has been slightly different.
It mostly the same. I think the move I adjusted a little bit, but the other two have been pretty standard for a while.
Oh, you used to give them the locations too, right? And then
you
made it a lot simpler and a lot cleaner with the extra pieces, which is pretty neat.
Did I cover something there? No. Okay.
The other one you did. So that earned your exchange. So I'll flip that over, and then you just grab a piece from your bag and put it down below your board.
Go.
There we go. And from now on, you can exchange with that. That's the normal bonus, but you also obviously can exchange with your locate grids because of your adrenaline as well.
So Dan asked Galen, can both players be the same character?
The game only comes with one copy of each character. There are some problems that arise with some of the powers, but yeah, mirror matches are possible for the most part. There's somewhere it would get a little bit confusing with some of the expansion characters, but most of them, yes, you could do mirror matches.
I can't believe some expansion characters might create edge cases.
I don't. Yeah,
with mirror
never
matches,
happened in any game.
All right, so I ran out of surveillance pieces. So, and I'm ready to go. So I guess what's the next step here?
You guys go back to turns. Yep. That's back to the next turn.
Right. We hit the flip and we're ready to go. And I'm still looking for you.
Pedro keeps looking for you and you keep trying to finish
and
him
I
off.
keep pulling these pieces, right?
Yep. And you're placing on the target grid now. Yep.
And I'm still trying to cover my
isolate your innocence and put him within that kill box. Yep.
All right. So I've got this one isolated.
You got it. All right.
And again, this adrenaline token can go anywhere I want, right?
Yes, it is your turn to do that though.
Okay.
But yes, you can do that anytime. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Go. I'll flip you to go, Joe. Okay.
Ugh, it's a lot of purple. All right. Does this board in the center go away, or do we keep it there to mark that I've done board one? Is that?
No, it does go away. I mean, you may as well just change that once. I mean, I can pull it out now, I suppose.
Yeah. No, I was just curious as to what the.
Yeah. Scripting does not remove it.
Okay, so if I wanted to use my adrenaline.
Yep, this would just be your turn. You could do it.
Another innocent isolated. Is that what I'm looking at? Oh yeah.
All right, so that's another innocent isolated.
You know, Galen, when you told me about the little meeples for the innocents, I wasn't sold on it. But looking at it from this angle, it's kind of cool to be able to immediately recognize that he's got two surrounded.
Yeah, I think it does help with that piece of it.
It's ramping up the pressure on me to get this board put on.
Okay.
This shot taken.
Next.
All right. Ready when you are. So now we gotta go. Yeah. And now that counts as isolated, right?
Yes. Yep, you're good. Now let's see if you found him. Oh.
Boy, oh boy.
All right. Interesting first two rounds. Are the
Yeah.
All right.
One
So
of you
then
doesn't even get to the target phase because I think Joe's got you. Yep.
Yep. Did I just take the shot?
No, you haven't isolated me
You
yet.
still gotta finish
Still
isolating your guy, but you got him in one turn. You know.
So I just got to isolate him?
Yeah, he's got to be within the kill box. So right now there's some spaces outside of the kill box. And
So if I drop that right there?
Yep, it has to start on the edge, but it still works.
Oh. So right there.
And now he's within the kill box, and you can place your bullet to cover him. Yep.
So immediately when I isolate him, I can just take the shot?
Yep, you got it. Oh,
All right.
man. All right. And then you get to click that little trigger to the left of your screen.
It's under next round, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Getting it from this angle was not as charming as it was.
All right. That was interesting. I rarely see 2 rounds where you don't both get each of you had a turn where you didn't get to that target grid. But all right. I'm sure you will now with 2 locations left. Okay, so Joe, you now have tactical advantage, and Pedro now has his adrenaline power. And Pedro's adrenaline power lets him. So gray is breath. I have to change a little bit from what it says on there, Pedro. It's only during your target phase. So when you're on the target phase, if there's a gray piece in your own line of sight or Joe's, instead of playing your normal piece, you can just grab that and play it instead.
Oh, so I can take a gray piece from his side or anywhere from my line of sight.
Exactly.
Got it. And that's the breath is what you're calling it, right? Yeah, time is gold.
And purple's environment. And if you didn't use your tactical advantage, which I don't think you did, you still have it.
All right. And remind me again what tactical advantage does. I'm trying to
rearrange your line of sight.
That's right. Rearrange line of sight.
Yeah. And in TTS, if you hover over anything, it'll pop up some words what it does too. So yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. Round 3. 1-1.
Let me zoom in here. Surveillance. Okay.
All right. All right. Nope. Just missed. There you go. And miss. Oh.
And you go for the search.
Go.
You went for the search. All right. Let's see if you found him. Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
So I use my power to grab that.
Oh, power. I know what it says, but it's only actually active during the target phase. I had to tone it down a little bit. So
put that back and change of plans.
You could use your tactical advantage to rearrange your line of sight if you wanted to.
No, that's fine. And that uses it permanently, right?
Yeah, until you make another kill, then you earn it again.
Yeah. So we'll do that and stuff. Okay.
Joe, you could use yours to rearrange your 3 purple L's. So,
yeah, I kind of need to do that. So how do I do this again?
No,
I was actually joking.
That doesn't help.
I can recalibrate though, right?
You could. I mean, right now they're still useful to you. I mean, I would think.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about the recalibrate.
All right. So let's see.
Oh, so are we going?
You guys are both on turn 5, so yeah, both go.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to.
Let's see what you get back here, Joe. Okay.
Man.
Did I just grab?
I don't have anything that can use my.
Just grab from the goddamn middle again. All right, so. Pedro keeps cheating. Sorry. Classic Pedro.
Classic. All right. So.
All right, wait. Is it turn? Is it the next turn already?
6, right? Turn 6?
Well, now it is, but you're
Okay, so you still get to play as Pedro.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go for it, Peter.
But Joe, you will have found him, so. All right, Joe, set up for map 2.
All right.
And now we flip.
He's got to place his surveillance, and then that'll be the next turn. So he's 1 ahead of you there.
Okay, got my meeples there. And then I can place my surveillance, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It's got a chain because they're both gray.
Oh, they're both gray. That's right.
So you got to concentrate. That would let you do it.
So I covered up the concentrate. So,
but you got to cover it with the same color.
oh, same color. That's right. That's right.
So you may as well shift that around and get better coverage out of it.
Get it together, Joe. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So what is it? Dan also asked now, does TTS have an AI to play against, or am I forced to have a friend? Oh, this is nice. You get to
not TTS specifically, but the game does have a solo mode, and you can play it on TTS. So at that start menu,
yeah, when you load the module, you do have the option to play a solo game.
Yep. Yeah, as long as you're the only one. So like in TTS, you take a seat, like you pick a color. As long as only one person's picked a color, or there's only one person in, when you hit start, it'll bring up the solo mode options, and you can go from there. So, and the instruction book's in here, and I also have some videos on YouTube that kind of do the playthrough. So, yep.
So is the solo mode like you still up against a sniper, or does it have the more you have to find the person? There's like a timer kind of thing. How's that? Just a quick overview of how that works. Or is that going to be a Kickstarter edition, a potential Kickstarter edition?
Right now, no, both come with the game right now. The first solo mode is almost exactly like what you're seeing now, except you're against an Automa sniper. So your side and the way, like if you're watching how one person plays, that's exactly how you play. And then for the Automa, you kind of randomize their cards in terms of where they hide. And then each piece they play is like that activates what they do that round. So the color will tell you which locate grid they're searching on, and then the colors will tell you kind of which side of this card that they go to. And then when you, depending on the map you're hiding on, so like on number 2, once there's 4 pieces on this side and 4 on this side, you lose, you get shot. And so it's just a really kind of simple but stressful one. And then each Automa has their own kind of power, which is basically a different win condition. So like, timepieces might mean something extra for Sirius or something like that. So
gotcha. So it's like a big old timer. So all right. So what board is this? Is this 2? Yeah. That's pretty neat. All right. So now I put in 2.
All right. So can I keep going?
I think did you take a I think if Pedro just found you, then he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So Joe should be on go, right?
You can play this. Yep. You should. Yeah, you can go as well, Joe.
Yeah. So I haven't flipped already. So, and then we put the little dudes. This dude.
There you go.
And then I got all these pieces. Very exciting. So first up.
That earned your exchange, Joe.
That.
Okay.
And then I can grab a piece and put it down there?
You grab a piece, it goes underneath, right? And from now on, you can exchange with that.
Okay.
What are you doing? Up there. And collect the...
And he's still putting the surveillance down, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to flip mine to ready.
And then... This, and then I do that.
While Pedro's thinking, Dan, the other solo mode is there is a real-time one where you're facing against 2 snipers, and basically you put 2 maps out at a time. You try to place 5 pieces on a 10-second timer. You get as many down as you can, and then you pull a piece from the bag, and it gets dedicated to a different sniper. And if they ever have 2 pieces, they shoot you. Or the third map, or the third location is the hostages, and if you haven't isolated all the hostages, you get shot if too many pieces show up there. And you just do that sequentially. You start on map 1, then you go to 2, then you go to 3. It's really, really, really hard, but if you like real time, it's fun.
So I can cover this one up, right? Once per map.
With time specifically. Yep.
Oh, time specifically. Okay.
Has to be that. Yep.
Boo! All right, so let's do
choices. That's a lot of players there.
So, question.
You do it now.
So, Galen, on my next turn, when I play, if I was to play this one right here,
yep,
would that be the innocent isolated?
No, because he has a way to the primary target. He has to be cut off from the primary target and the border.
So if I drop this piece there, there'd be technically no way for me to isolate that innocent.
Yeah, you would either have to recalibrate something later, or like if you got the move bonus, you could, then change that, for instance.
Got ya. So which is it's this one right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have to cover that with a gray later to be able to do that. But recalibrate you can always do if you got yourself stuck and you need to get rid of a piece, so you could start doing things. So you can't get fully stuck.
Got it.
So I am.
So that would be the okay. So if I wanted to recalibrate right now,
you could.
All right. So if I do that, I'm gonna.
But then again, you don't. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. It's your call.
Yeah. So if I flip that, right?
Yep.
And then I can just pick up a piece and recalibrate, right?
Recalibrate means discard it.
Discard it.
Yes.
Got you.
Move is the only thing that lets you
move is the one. Gotcha. So that's what I was making sure.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. All right. So are we ready to move?
Yes. So now I flip to go, right?
Yep. I'll flip Joe to go as well.
Right. Let's see here. What's this again?
Joe gets concentrate.
And what does concentrate do again?
Lets you start a new chain. So if you wanted to start that purple, somewhere else, or anything, basically, you could flip it down and start a new chain instead of having to connect orthogonally to a color that's.
So essentially, I could drop this purple right here if I wanted to.
It's still at start an edge because it's a new chain.
Start an edge.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, yes.
Let me just.
Oh, and you exchange that, so that will actually go down here. And
that's right.
Yeah, now that's so your line of sight keeps going, but it's available.
Excellent.
And remember, you can rearrange your line of sight anytime. And Pedro, I will remind you, your power is active with the ability to grab grays from either line now, if you want to.
Yeah, no. I just saw it's great. This should be here, though, right?
If you exchange, yeah.
Well, I didn't. I thought once you flip it, you take a coin.
Oh, you take one from the bag and put it down there.
Oh, from the bag.
Yep.
All right. That's even better.
Yes, StreamYard is very funny with the Facebook permissions. Like Facebook in general is just like that's where they draw the line on privacy or something. I don't know. It's weird.
All right, so we are ready.
Hey, Adam.
Yep. So I'm ready. So I'm gonna
go. Let's see here.
Okay. So again, if I rearrange right now.
Yep. You can change your line of sight to any order you want. Yep.
To any order I want, right?
Yep.
So if I just boom, 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 like that.
Yep.
Do that, and then I can use it.
Yep.
Please. Okay.
And now you're out of that jam you were talking about before.
Yep. All right. So isolated there.
And now we're ready. I think I got this. Huh?
Yep.
Pedro.
Yeah. What's that?
It's the one space left undone. But next turn you can get it because you got the adrenaline. But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a space outside of the kill box.
Oh, so he has to be blocked out completely out of the kill box, not just from the. Okay, all right,
Yep,
all right. So I grab this piece. Do I replace it from the bag or from the focus?
You exchange the one you were going to place with it instead.
Gotcha.
And then it gets refreshed.
So I'm going to use concentrate here.
Okay.
I'm going to drop that piece there, which allows me to start a new one.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah. And you just you flip your concentrate over to show that you've used it.
No, are we going? Are we going? So now
I use my tactical advantage already as well, so I can flip it.
Yep. Yeah, because you used it.
And now I grab this adrenaline and place it here. Right, we're going. Are we going?
Yeah.
And so just flip that. There you go. Now we're going. Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm going to drop.
And now you're not going to do nothing because I'm going to take the shot.
Close, Joe. Close.
Oh, this game is too much fun, Galen.
Yeah, you got to go fast. It's what's interesting though is the only thing that Tabletop Simulator needs to do is really keep track of the if there was a way for it to like as soon as I drop a piece, it locks me out until he finishes his.
Yeah.
And that way we can kind of keep track of make sure that we don't end up overlapping or moving forward.
I mean, this is great. I don't think we had this in the playtest 10,000 playtests ago. This really helps me to like keep focus on don't go until I see him flip to go. So I dig it.
All
right. So he got me.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So now essentially there's only one spot for me to hide, right?
One spot for me
to hide. Yeah, you only have one spot to search. So you know where he's going to be. You still have to do it. You still have to, and you have your opportunity to get the surveillance while you do. But right, you know where he's going to be. He did leave his toughest location, so it's going to be a tough one for you to pull off, Joe. You do have your adrenaline again, and yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. All right, people making bets. What do you think? Is it going to be 3-2, 3-1?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm
all right.
All right. So now we are going, right? First
I think so. Zoom in here. Boom. Okay.
Oh, why not? No.
All right. That takes a focus. Surveillance, and I'm ready.
All right, so now we go.
Go. All right, take a focus. And I'm ready.
And go. Interesting.
Oh, you gotta play the leftmost.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Shenanigans.
It does seem to be the most common mistake. I noticed that all weekend. I'm trying to figure out how to make that more obvious, but yeah, you are not alone.
All right, and we're ready to go.
Okay.
All right.
Searching. Oh man.
Boom, I found him. Oh no! How did I know he was there?
All right. So now I kick out this. Boy, it's locked. It's obviously locked.
All right. So I'm gonna drop my pieces.
All right, Joe, you got your work cut out for you because he's hunting you on one.
Yeah, I know.
And now I'll put it.
And I'll just remind you with your adrenaline, you can place any of these pieces at any time just by, kind of moving what you're about to place up here. So
wait. So which one again? Remind me. I can
with your adrenaline power, all these pieces it's like they were in the exchange, right? Like you can switch with any one of these pieces, and then that piece becomes a part of.
Oh, no way. Okay.
While you have adrenaline. So if you can think your way into a victory, I will be amazed, but we'll see. This is a tough one. He's only got one innocent to go, and you've got
Don't count him out yet.
No,
all right, so I can. So I just want to grab a piece from here. I can do it.
Yes, you just have to put your piece up there.
Right.
It doesn't have to like fit or anything, but it basically is exchange.
Just about to do that.
Right. So if I put
oh, really quick though, right now you're still placing surveillance, so you're only dealing with surveillance for now.
Oh, that's right. So I'm gonna grab concentrate.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now you're rocking and rolling. Okay.
All right, now I hit this one for ready. And then, are you ready, Joe?
Yep. Let's go. No, I can't do that. That'd be bad.
Yeah, I mean, you need to do that at some point. So.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I forgot to do this. And are we going?
Whenever you are.
Okay. And now I'm going to use my tactical advantage to grab this one or rearrange it, right? So I can put this
rearrange it. Yep.
And this one over here. And I'm going to do that. But that's my placement, right?
Yep.
All right. And I'm going to place mine.
Okay. Ready?
Go. Yep.
And then turn this and
You gotta do the leftmost, Joe.
What's that?
You gotta do the leftmost.
That's
But
right.
you can grab anything here instead if you want to.
Yeah. I'm going to keep doing that.
I think Pedro's got you though.
the old veteran shows Jane how it's done.
There we go.
You got the good one. All right.
Good job.
Good games.
That's solid, dude. How smooth is that? That is too much fun. Really, like, what was that? Like 30, 40 minutes? How long was that?
How do we do on time?
Well, I mean, we've the show's already an hour and 12, but I mean, with talking at the beginning and whatnot, and him going through the process of explaining. I mean, it's a quick game.
It's a relatively quick game. Chance, thanks for jumping on. We are playing Super Snipers by Galen McCown of Galen's Games. He's actually here with us, the designer. Thanks for watching.
It is an actual tabletop. He is. We are playing a virtual version of the tabletop game on Tabletop Simulator, which is available. So you can go, and if you have Tabletop Simulator in your Steam library, you can go pick up the module. It's free. Just look for it in the workshop section. Type in Super Snipers. It'll show up there. And it's multiplayer. So I mean, that's what we're playing right now.
Yeah. And I'm taking all challengers as king of Super Snipers. I'm declaring it now. I'm the greatest Super Sniper player ever to play.
Thanks, Adam. Thank you. Yeah, it's been developing a lot. So, yeah.
So let's do some plugs here because I want to make sure that we get you. Let me exit this out real quick.
You know, Chance, if I had a nickel for every time I've heard someone shout that when walking into the room with me, right? Like,
I mean, that's pretty much our mantra, right?
My dad, what are you nerds doing in here?
What are you nerds doing in here? I'm like, turn off the light, Dad. Where's the link to the Kickstarter here? I want to put that up there. Can I search for you on Kickstarter already?
Yeah. Yep. You want me to put the link up?
Yeah, throw it
there. I can search for you. Are you under Galen Games or are you going to be under Super Snipers?
It's Galen's Games. You probably find it either way.
Oh, there we go. I found it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Adam says follow on Kickstarter. Get up there because something special is going to happen when you hit 500, which I saw you hit 400 today, right? Which is
last I looked, we're at like 424. So I think we're in good shape.
Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Boom, baby.
What was that number? We'll get back on it. But anyway,
we'll get back to it.
No, if it's 2 weeks from today, got a lot going on. I just dropped the video today. It's a really, really cool Kickstarter video. I really would love people to check that out. And
on YouTube?
got lots of reviews, previews coming up, some big ones coming up. I'm excited about that. Yeah, launching on the 18th. And yeah, if we hit 500 followers before then, I'm unlocking. So you saw the art for the characters, which here, we'll watch the video really quick and then we'll...
Yeah, of course. That's what we do here at Mid-Geek Crisis, man. So all these pieces make sense now that we watched us play the game.
Yeah.
So cool, dude.
The Infiltrator has a Bruce Willis vibe.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to that game sometime, Dan. That one's playable on Tabletop Simulator as well.
I'll warn you about that one, Dan. It's got a lot of opportunities to cheat. And that you forget a rule here and there. You're trying to run that solitaire game. Take the shot.
There we
I'm
go.
excited for that hostage rescue game. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
That was the real-time versus 2 snipers solo mode one that I was talking about. So.
Oh wow!
Like I said, go check them out. You can look for them on Super Snipers on Kickstarter. The campaign goes live October 18th. What do we've got? I mean, do you want to talk about the tiers?
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm gonna try to keep it pretty simple. I'm a first-time creator, so I'm not going too crazy. So we're gonna have basically there is going to be a single version of the game, the Kickstarter version of the game, that we're going to try to make as cool as possible. I got a lot of great ideas for stretch goals. I want to make this really special going out the door. Base price is going to be $48. I'm additionally going to have, I'm doing something I saw another creator do. I'm going to have 10 games available at $25. And what I'm doing with that is for people who can't, funds are a little bit tighter, they wouldn't get the game otherwise. And, I can take a loss on 10 games, but I also give everybody the option who pledges to kick in $20 to help somebody else get a game, and they get a free sticker set. So I'm going to have a sticker set too, custom made stickers of all the different characters. They'll normally be $10, but if you do the $20 donation, you get it for free. And I saw somebody else do this with a smaller game. We'll see how it works out. I'm kind of curious what that'll be like.
Pretty neat, yeah.
Additionally, I will have right now there's 9 prototypes out there in the world going out, hitting reviewers. I'll do what a lot of campaigns do. I'm selling those as well for a kind of a premium price. But you get the prototype and you can play right away while everybody else waits the whatever it's going to be, 6, 9 months or a year to get the game. I'm telling everybody a year just so everybody's happy when they get it quicker than that.
Well,
and,
I mean, even if you say a year, it's going to be 13 months, right?
I hope not, man, but maybe.
I don't know what the hit percentage.
Yeah, manufacturing and all that kind of stuff, delays and whatever else, and with the
so
prototypes.
says it's a steal. Yeah, it's good guy Galen. I've actually seen this before. I think my buddy Tim Hutchins did that with his game.
That's not how Kickstarter works. Helping people. Yeah.
So wait, I was going to ask. So you're going to hit 500 followers, and then you've got sort of probably your blitzes happening soon, where you get folks to start reviewing and talking about this for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. I had a couple of reviews come out already. There's more coming out this week and next week, and so there'll just be a lot more noise around it. Got a promotional thing going. If anybody's a member of Board Game Revolution, there's an event you can join and possibly win a free copy of the game. Nice. So that's pretty cool going on. The 500 followers thing is the first stretch goal, and basically you guys saw the artwork for the cards, which is fantastic. The artist I'm working with, his name's Wah from Malaysia. He's a game designer. He's an excellent game designer. He's a really, really good artist. I love his stuff. Everything about it looks amazing. But right now, you saw the art for the basic ability and the adrenaline ability was the same. The same character art, and we're going to do alternate art for every character with the adrenaline abilities. So yeah, excited.
That's cool. There's the prototype you showed at QsCon, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, that's what it. That's the prototype's pretty good. It's I made it at the Game Crafter, but it's more or less what the final version will look like. That board is recessed. The pieces fit in nice and tight there. So a lot of polyomino games, you're just playing on a flat board and they go all over the place. I kind of like being able to build inside a border is really nice. That was a good
nice
deal
snap feeling.
Snap
feeling. Sure.
So that's more premium piece of it.
I mean, you've seen it on Tabletop Simulator. Now you can sort of see the physical product of the wild, which is nice. It was nice to see it at the board when I saw you at QSCon as well. So pretty sweet.
Very cool.
I'm also turning into a pumpkin though soon, as it is. I've been up since early. I'll be honest with that. But Galen, thank you so much for coming on. It's absolute pleasure.
Yeah, go check Galen. Galen's Games at Twitter on Twitter. So it's at Galen_games for his handle there. Go check him out. He's got a few followers there. He just I see that you just started the Twitter game on here. So let's get you some followers. Get some.
Twitter's probably where I'm least active, but I'm trying. I know it's an important place for games. So.
Yeah, it sadly that's
people
the
keep
way.
telling me that, but I can't.
I mean, it's Elon Musk bought it for billions of dollars. So it's got to be worth something, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it. We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep plugging the game over the next week or two. Keep pushing it out. Then we'll be following the Kickstarter, and we'll jump on the Kickstarter.
Awesome. That was super fun, guys. Thanks.
Man.
Thanks everybody for joining in. That was really cool.
Thanks, folks. Thank you.
And everyone, thanks. Go follow. Go purchase the game when it launches on Kickstarter. Expect it in a year or so. Like, subscribe, share, go follow Galen. Love your artwork.
The better we can do the first day, the better the project does. So if you like it, please.
Absolutely.
Your help.
Again, another episode in the can.
Awesome, guys.
Be kind.
Take care, everyone.
Good night. Talk soon. Bye.